My ninjas, what is good? I got a banger for you today. We are gonna be taking a deep dive at the Black Ark Rangers kit, seeing all her bells and whistles and how she measures up to the rest of the Nikke roster. For those who don't know, I've been looking very forward to this character, very hyped. Love me some Power Rangers. Not as much nowadays, but I still like them. But without further ado, we're gonna take a look at her motion demonstration before we get into the skills. But let's dive in.
If trouble comes your way, call for the Ark Rangers. No matter.
Bro, look at how she suits up. The transformation is insane. Plus, that suit is doing her figure wonders, and like it highlights a couple of key features. Would you not?
Where we are, we'll hear your call and come to your aid.
Yeah. Damn, spandex and tight fit bodysuit. Highlights the assets spectacularly.
The enemy's strong.
Premium jiggle. I do like how her gun is mounted to her wrist though. We haven't seen something like that. Oh, hell yeah, that was badass. That right, her coming down while transformed with the flying kick, that better be the freeze frame for the MLB wallpaper, all I'm gonna say. Oh shit! Well, she transforms in battle. I mean, it would have been, I don't know why I was expecting them not to. That would have been kind of a letdown if they didn't do that. Let's take a look at the skills. All right, so for anyone who doesn't know, she is a burst 3 wind code attacker. And let's see, her skill 1, transform, Ark Ranger Black. Activates at the start of battle, activates self. Damage to parts up by 20% continuously. Okay. Activates when an ally or self destroys an enemy part, affects self. Charges battery by 50% continuously up to 100%. This effect cannot be removed. Activates when battery reaches 100%, affects self. Transformation function, transform into an Ark Ranger and strengthens herself while depleting her battery. Effect 1, battery goes down by 1% every 0.2 seconds continuously. This effect cannot be removed. And attack is up by 156% continuously. God damn, that is a big attack buff while she's transformed. This effect cannot be removed. Deactivation condition, when battery drops to 0%. Okay, that makes sense. Activates after performing 30 normal attacks, affects self. Sustained damage is up by, we just gonna round up and say 60% for 5 seconds. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I did look at the kit a little bit before this video, and to cut a long story short, she is basically either a better version or the same as Summer Sakura. And this is where we get into like the nitty gritty of it, because for those who don't know, Wind has some of the best, and I mean the best characters in it. Like, just to name a few off my head, we got Siren. In terms of damages, we got Liberalio and Scarlet Black Shadows, and then the other ones come from like the collab, like the Evangelion collab. Those characters can be used into a more general use. Like you can pretty much put them in anywhere, while a character like Ark Ranger and Summer Sakura, for their ideal scenario, they have to go up against a win weak enemy, and then that win weak enemy also has to have parts, so else they ain't doing much of anything. We'll dive more into it as we read more of the kit. Skill 2 activates when transformation takes effect and when the enemy appears while transformation is in effect. Affect all enemies. Ark Black Hollander, I think I'm pronouncing that right, deals 45.87% of final attack as sustained damage every second until transformation is canceled. And then it also activates when entering full burst, while affects all wind-coated allies with assault rifles. Yep, here it is. Sustained damage up by 77.5% for 10 seconds. So yeah, she's gonna be buffing up Summer Sakura and Summer Rosanna. Those are like the main two you want to look at And if I'm not mistaken, off the top of my head, another character she could buff up potentially would be Mana. I believe Mana does sustain damage. Editor, put something up on the screen confirming if I'm right or wrong. But yeah, so again, she's not initially a selfish DPS in this where, and if you are someone who likes Summer Sakura, like if you're a veteran player and has pulled Summer Sakura in the past, or even if you are planning on pulling Summer Sakura, I would suggest if you are going that route, pull Summer Sakura first because she is a limited character. And then meanwhile, Black Ark Ranger you can get at any time. And then we have the ultimate attack, Ark Black Meteor. Cooldown 40 seconds, that's pretty normal. But activates while in transformation status, affects self. Battery is up by goes up again by 50%. Activates when not in transformation status, activates self. Emergency charge protocol function. Quickly charge the battery and transform into an Ark Ranger. Effect 1 is fully charged at 100%. And then it will, I would assume it will immediately go back down by 50% after transforming. So you don't, judging by how that's worded, I would assume you only get half of the battery charge. And then affects one enemy with the highest final max HP. Deals 266.69% of final attack and sustained damage 1 second for 10 seconds, and then affects self. Sustained damage up by 135.83% for 10 seconds. That's a pretty decent like percentage right there. A pretty big one too. That's what she said. But yeah, but going back to, now that we've read the kit, let's go back to like the scenarios from before. She's meant to be paired with Black Summer Sakura. Her and Summer Rosanna, Mana, again, all of those. But again, sustained damage is very niche because the enemy has to have parts. And if we're talking in a raid scenario, it has to be win weak and have parts, which not going to be the case every time. So they could potentially make a 5th raid team. Again, it all depends on what you up against. But what is here, if you were to go against and have all the stars align, they would probably kick ass. Because Black Ranger herself is getting all of those buffs, and then she's also boosting the damage of the other sustained damage dealers who are wind-coated assault rifle users. Also keep that in mind. I'll say this. If you are someone either low on pulls or waiting for summer or anything like that, I feel like this would definitely be a safe skip. Definitely a safe skip. Just put on the wish list, bada bing, bada boom. Work, and then if you are interested and pull it, build it in. But yeah. Again, it's kind of a tough sell because Win is so stacked with some of the best characters in the game. Is when you have something that specializes in something as niche as this, you start to it limits their use, is what I'm trying to say. But with that being said, I'm pulling her. But my ninjas, that is all I got for you. If you enjoyed the video, you already know what to do. Reach out and slap that like and subscribe button right in the bad cheek one time. Just like how you want to slap the Black Ranger right in the bad cheek one time. Leave me a comment. Tell me if you're pulling or not. And stay tuned for the pulling and testing video, which I will be pulling her tomorrow on stream and testing her if you would like to check me out live over on twitch.tv/Lone Syndicate. But till next time, ninjas, roll out.